What's up, YouTube family? We are back again with another one. So I have a TikTok video here that I would like to react to. So without wasting your time, let's see what this video is about. Let's go.
I'm 36, I'm single, and unfortunately I'm attracted to men. Dating has been terrible. Most men, I tell them exactly what I need and what I'm wanting from them. Most of it is just better communication. That's literally it. Like, the bar is so low, and men can't even do that. It's like I'm holding the door open for them, and I'm like, hey.
Yo. Yo, I thought you guys have high standards. What happened to the least? So, all you want now is what? Better communication, that's it. It's no more 6 feet tall, 6-inch dick, 250. What? Ma'am, what happened to the list? Yo, life will humble somebody really quick. Yo, time and life, the best teacher, I promise you. You know, when you get to a stage in life where your eggs are getting fried, trust me, a lot of these standards just evaporate. They dissipate. God damn. Yo, so now you mean to tell me that your standard is basically something as simple that a baby can do? Like, a baby can talk. Like, yo, wow, all they want is better communication. And you still can't find a man with that? Let me see what the issue is. What is the issue? You know, what is the issue? You know, every waking moment, right? I go on TikTok, I always come across a video of women always talking about bad dating experiences, right? Always complaining, literally crybabies, right? I mean, am I lying? I'm not lying, because you guys are the one that always come here. Oh, terrible dating experience. Ain't going out with a man again. And next week, we're going to see you again. Oh, third date. Ain't going out with a man again. And the following week, oh, bitch. It's people out here with mental health issues. Like, clearly, your dating shit is just not working. Can't you just come here and spread positivity so people can forget about their worries a little bit, right? Can't you do that? Right? Every time. Oh, men are this. Men are not good. Ain't going on date no more. But the fascinating thing is, we never see the men. The men that they go on a date with, somehow those men just living happy lives. Like, we never see them. Sometimes it's not like they're talking about ghosts. We never know who these motherfuckers are, bro. Like, yo, what are y'all really doing to these women? Somehow, y'all just go on about your day and just live your life. And leave these motherfuckers with headaches and they have to come online. And somebody like me gotta see a video like this. But you know, let me get a little bit serious for a second and talk to you, man. You know, look, you don't get to go to a company as the employee and act like you are the boss. Let me repeat it one more time. You don't get to go to a company looking for a job as an employee and act like you are the boss. And yes, you guys think that you are the boss because based on how you are talking, you would think that you are the boss, and then you want this provider man that's gonna come and give you a family, take care of you, provide for you, and do whatever you want. So you are the boss and you demand it and you should get it. Nah. this is how you sound to me, right? You sound to me like the employee that goes to a recruiter, right, with their resume, and then say to the recruiter, look, this is my resume. I'm very well experienced. I need $100 an hour. I don't want to work Monday, Tuesday, and Sunday, and you have to hire me. That's what I want. And the recruiter look at you and be like, unfortunately, we don't have a position like that for somebody. And then you leave, and then you come on social media like, can you believe it? Me, qualified somebody, very experienced individual. I went to this low-level company with my attributes, gave my resume. All I asked was to get paid $100 an hour and demanded Monday, Tuesday, and Sundays off. And they couldn't even give me that. Ew, they're lost, really. You sound ridiculous. Ridiculous, you know. Again, I'm gonna repeat it before moving on with this video because I feel like it's gonna get interesting. You don't get to go to a company as an employee and act like you are the boss. That's why you still haven't been recruited yet. All right, let's move on.
Like, this is exactly what I need and what I'm wanting from you. And they just stand there, like, staring at the door. It's so tiring and it's so exhausting. Like, I don't even know what to do anymore. I'm like, why is this so hard for you? I literally told you what I wanted and what I'm needing. I, like, wrote it out and you can't even comprehend that. So that's where I'm at. I do have a date next weekend with a guy who has great communication.
So she got a date, and apparently that guy has great communication. So we're not gonna spoil this. Please, if you ever see this video and it's not too late, it might be too late, but hopefully you don't spoil it. When you go, don't act like you're the boss. Act like you're the employee and see if you're not gonna get recruited. Because this is the problem. This is the messed up situation with you women. You women, because you went to school to whatever college and then, I don't know, you are whatever independent and strong and whatever. You think that you detain all the power now when it comes to relationship. No wonder you still leave by yourself. The only dick you can get is called a dildo. Like, if you want to get a real one, listen to me very carefully, right? When it comes to relationship, God had made it very equal. It's very balanced, right? He gave you step 1 and put step 2 in man's hand. So step 1, you could look at us and be like, hey, not interested. I really don't like it. Thank you, but I'll look for somebody else, right? But the moment you see somebody that you like and you let them in, now step 2 is in their hands, right? You don't get to call yourself a wife. You don't get to have a ring on your finger, right? If that man does not make that decision, you don't detain that power. But for some reason, you think that if you just want the ring, you can get it like that. If you want the ring, you can get it like that. Really? Because see, the only time you can act like this and get away with it is clearly if you detain all the power, right? Or if you detain the most important power. But unfortunately, not only don't you detain all the power, but ultimately you do not detain the most important power. Because look at you. You're crying. The people who detain the most important power, they're out there still dating, fucking, going on about it. I don't see them crying online. Somehow they made you come here trying to talk about them like they're bad people. They're not bad people. Reframe your mind a little bit. I think, I'm not trying to be harsh here, but maybe by talking to each other we can understand one another. You don't detain the power. You're not the boss here. You don't get to go to a company as an employee and act like you're the boss. Never, okay? Alright, let's continue.
He's 37. Also, age does not matter. I've dated 40-year-olds who, dude, they're just dumb. So I'm hoping, I have a feeling this guy is going to be great. I just hope that we have the connection that I need.
We hope so too.
And that he needs and wants. But the last 2 guys I've dated, I've literally been like, this is what I need. This is what I'm wanting. Like, you need better communication. And also, I'm so blunt these days. Like, straightforward. Like, they're like beating around the bush. And I'm like, oh, so you're canceling our date? And they're like, well, yeah. And I'm like, okay, well, I would like for you to take the initiative to plan another date. Like, why don't you do that? Like, it's fine if you need to cancel, but just plan the next date. And then they don't. And then they ignore that text and they're like, oh, you got a new tattoo? I want to see. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck about my tattoo. What I care about is you planning the next date. And then you don't, so now I'm not going to talk to you. Now I'm going to ghost you. Sorry, not sorry.
Again, still acting like you are the boss. You are not the boss. But you know, anytime their egg start to get fried, they become so blunt. You need to marry me today. I want a marriage. I want a ring now. Me need a baby. Bitch, give me time. I gotta know if you know how to cook, clean. At least, you know, if you know how to suck a dick. Have you ever heard of the word wife and also the word submit? Like, I mean, just check. You know, you're gonna give me time. You can just be like, I demand a relationship. I need one right now. I am blunt. All right, keep being blunt. But you know, the mind-blowing thing is, you, like, obviously these women, when they come here and talk, they literally call us dumb, emotionally immature, unavailable, and stuff like that, because they think that they're very mature at such a high level that they would look at a man maturity and be like, that doesn't make sense. But it baffles me, right? That something that you used to do to other men when you were 20, 25, putting them in the friend zone, not responding to their text. Now you are getting that treatment and you can't figure this shit out. These men not responding to your text the way you want has nothing to do with their level of maturity or love. No, they just don't want you. Men don't treat women they love like that. I promise you, I am a man and I approve this message. I promise you. They don't see you as somebody that deserves commitment. Maybe a ground and pound after a date if you deserve it. You know what I mean? You know. My sister is 12 years old. If she texts me, can you buy candy for me? And I ignore that message and then I ask her, did you do laundry today? She's going to figure this shit out. I just don't want to buy the candy. It has nothing to do, you know, whether I have the money to buy the candy or not. You know, like sometimes you guys are thinking about shit that just don't make sense, you know. Y'all go to these institutions, colleges and whatnot, end up with doctorate degrees. And now you have a major. Now you have a doctorate in a major called everythingology. You're out here, self-proclaimed therapist, doctors diagnosing all these men left and right. They're narcissistic and shit like that. Y'all need to stop getting in debt, paying institutions that don't teach you guys shit. That trick you guys into thinking that you guys are actually intelligent. Like, how can you figure out a math that's just this simple? A man ignore your text messages about planning the next day, talking about your title. Bitch, trust me, that man is not emotionally immature, or he's not even disrespectful. He does not want you. You don't deserve commitment. But you know, some of these women would go to college, just end up with $500,000 loans with a high level of English filled with sophisticated English words, bro. And now they call themselves intelligent. Really, you know, for me, intelligence is basically being able to break down a situation like that and realize, you know what, I'm dealing with somebody who don't love me. Does not mean that he's immature or anything. All right, I'm just gonna try with the next person, right? That's intelligence. Intelligence is knowing that when you are a young woman, let's say if you're 20, you preserve your body, focus on serious things, right? Date with intention, right? Date with intention. Don't just have fun, hit 36 years old, and now be blunt. I demand a relationship. That's intelligence, right? They almost got me one time, man. I go on a date with that motherfucker. We sit there and out of nowhere I hear, you know the functionality of the left brain? Bitch, I'm out here trying to look for a wife. Can you cook, motherfucker? Yo, pulling out every fucking sophisticated word in the dictionary. Yo, I want a wife. I do not want Merriam-Webster, bro. And you know, they're gonna listen to me and try to belittle me, diminish me, that, you know, obviously he does not like intelligent women. I already told you what intelligent mean, right? Now racking up loans, hit 36, can't pay it, and then you want a relationship. Bitch, that's a trap. I mean, it can be intelligent if a motherfucker agree with a contract like that, but damn. You're dumb ass. Some of you are so satisfied, right? So happy to pick up measures that's not gonna pay you guys shit, right? You're gonna end up with a fucking miserable job with a title that nobody can even pronounce. Usually the titles that pay the most the most money, they're like 2 words at best. Like it's cardiologist, entrepreneur, businessman, registered nurse, doctor, surgeon. Yo, if a bitch gotta use 4 sophisticated words to describe her profession, man, bro. Alright. Just tell us you broke. Just tell us you broke. But you know, let me get serious for a second, man, and talk to this motherfucker. Sometimes they think I hate them. I don't hate them. My choice of word might be really, you know. You call it whatever you want. I don't know. But let me say this, and I hope that whenever you see this video, you don't think that there's no value here for you to learn. Look, again, you don't get to go to a company as an employee and act like you are the boss, right? And sometimes when you're sitting across the table from a man, think of him as somebody who is a human being who is also intelligent, right? Who has a very high level of maturity, and then who knows exactly what he wants, instead of automatically looking at him like somebody who is dumb, somebody that you are already superior than. Like, it's not gonna work. You're setting up a dynamic that just doesn't make sense. You don't get to make decisions like that, right? You don't get to ask for a provider, a commitment, for somebody to come and give you love, a family, and think that you are actually the boss. If you really are intelligent, I want you to use that intelligence and see if that math makes sense somewhere. If it does, I really hope it works out for you. I really do. And if it doesn't, try to see what you can fix, because the majority of the time, it is your attitude, the way you frame your brain into thinking, you know, about certain things, you know, when it comes to men. It is what's still refraining you from potentially getting the man of your dream. But it can be fixed. It is not a curse. It can be fixed. It is a simple behavior that you can easily unlearn. So please, if you ever see this video, if you're a woman and you had a certain perception about men, try to fix it. We're not that bad. Trust me, we're not. How can we be? We came from you. We cannot be that bad. Trust me, we cannot. All right. So on that note, peace out. I'll see you guys in the next one.